individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5". These
Lord had shown me that we are going to be attacked by Russia. First, it's China, Russia, and North Korea, and something to do with Iran. And I had this dream in 2018. I've had several dreams about the Lord judging us. God told me America would burn. It's in my old videos if you go back and look at it. And before that, the Lord had shown me that we're attacked and where the missiles hit. First, they're going to EMP the United States, and then the power's going to go off, and the Christians are going to disappear, I believe, at that time. We're going to get raptured. And the rest of the world is going to get to see a limited nuclear exchange between Russia and the United States. China's involved, and North Korea too. I don't know how it works, but anyway, I saw the cities. Manhattan is hit and obliterated. The Capitol is hit near the Capitol building itself. The Washington Monument, all that stuff, the monument's damaged and leaning from the blast. And I made a video about this too, and I went into detail about it. And also one hit in central Florida, one hit central United States near Chicago, one hit Los Angeles, one hit San Francisco. It might be more than one, but there was one I saw definitely hit San Francisco. And then another one hit up in Washington State near Seattle, and that big port up there is where the other one I saw. But we won't be here during that time, I don't believe. But your relatives may be here, so you should have food and water and some instructions. And tell them to read the book of the Revelation and the Gospel of John for salvation, and the book of Revelation for a roadmap on how to survive what's coming. Tell them, do not take the mark of the beast. No matter what, it's going to change your DNA and you can never be saved.
Shalom. Giving all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akar Kodash. Give honors to the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, as well as the foreign Israelite Gentiles that don't look like the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans, but through the Spirit, they believe and they fear and they have faith in these last days. Shalom to you. A lot of times when we go to sleep, we may have dreams and we can't recall them, or even visions, and then we wake up and we got like it's a regular, like we just watched a movie. When you go to the movie theaters or you watch Netflix or Hulu, you watch a movie, and hey, you get into the opening scenes, rising climax, and then the end scene. And then the conclusion, and that's in. Then you go home, or you go to sleep, or you do whatever. But this particular dream that this individual had came directly from an angel of the Lord. And it was prophesied that the Lord would do that in these last days. We got to remember, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as is a day. Pursuant to 1 Peter, I believe 3 and 8. Sock it if I'm wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. This is Joel 2 and 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens, in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. So what this individual saw was a dream of what Christians would call rapture, what we know in the Israelite faith, we'd call it being beamed up in the chariots, the elect of Israel, the ones who are the 1/3 out of the 2/3 of Israel, pursuant to Zechariah 13:8. So basically 1 out of every 3 Israelites will survive. The other 2 out of those 3 will get left to burn in this thermonuclear fire. I believe Russia has a missile called Satan 1 and Satan 2, and they can take out 5 states. This is way more hotter than the atomic bomb they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, I believe August 8th, 1945. That's really hot. That's really hot. If that doesn't put you in fear, then I don't know what is. But originally, that's the guy that had his dream. I don't believe that he's a Israelite. I could be wrong. Some meat is decide. It's up to the angels to separate the wheat and the tares in Matthew 13. But either or, the Lord is going to pour out his spirit in all flesh and give everyone a vision of the coming days. There's videos on YouTube of individuals from different nations having visions, women crying, pleading. There's a video of a lady talking about martial law, a Jake lady talking about martial law and how when the power grid goes off, the EMP attack goes off, and then that's when the enemy opposition, E, will go ahead and make his move. The government will go ahead and make their move and start locking down everything, start throwing everyone in FEMA camps, trying to get everyone chipped because they know this is the end of their rulership. All the other kingdoms went down. You had, let's start with the Egyptians, the Babylonians, Persians, Medes, the Grecians, the Romans, and now the revised Roman Empire is going to go down as well, so that the Lord can establish his kingdom, everlasting kingdom of righteousness. Let's get 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. Actually, we can start at 50 and 52. 52 and 54. Now I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Precept to that says, wisdom will not dwell up into a malicious soul. So if you're wicked and those spirits, those demons are on you, you won't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Therefore, by default, you won't fear the Lord. And you won't walk in his ways. Faith without works is dead. So if you don't have the works showing that you believe, which means you don't have faith. Verse 51, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in the moment and the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Those Marvel movies, Avengers, Iron Man, Black Panther, Captain America, the Hulk. These movies, Stan Lee, when he made these comics back in the, 50s, 60s, 70s, probably 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, he said that he made these characters based off of black people. That's what he said. You can look it up yourself. But that shows you that, hey, like, the children of Israel have super powerful strength, even in our lower state that we have, being in this flesh, under the rule of E and these other nations. So we have the salt of the earth doing these things, influencing the earth through the music, the culture, the food, the way we talk, the slang, everything that we make is mainstream, you know, and you know the enemies that make profit off of our, you know, entertainment and sports and etc. I think it just came out that Paula Deen herself and the millions that she made from the cooking, the recipes came from a Jake woman. So that shows you that we're still in captivity. So, but going back to what the guy said in the vision that he had, like, he's seeing Japan, China, North Korea, and Iran shooting these missiles hitting America, but he also sees people getting beamed up and beamed up out of here in his vision. You know, that must have been a 4K HD vision to see that and witness that. Let's get First Thessalonians 4:14, because Paul went into it as well from when the church of Thessalonica. First Thessalonians 4:14. For if we believe that Yahushua died and arose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua, it's talking about those that died in the faith, will the Most High bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Asleep meaning they already died in the faith. All the apostles and prophets that are mentioned in the Bible: John, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I just said John already. Ezra, like, etc. All of them will be resurrected from their sleep, being died in the faith and giving incorruptible bodies. Same as we, Lord willing, hope for elect, and you were hearing my voice right now, we hope to be raised up in the church as well as hopeful elect also after them. And that's what this whole fighting of faith for. They want you to be ignorant and be distracted with the world as it is, so you will not receive salvation. If you get chipped and it changes your DNA, like he said, then that shows that you're an enemy of the Most High, because you believe in the beast system and not in him. You don't have faith. You know, you want to keep the economy going. You want to keep E's economy going, keep it going, boosting, even though it's crumbling. We see before our eyes that it's done, and people are scrambling to, you know, live their life to the best. That we know through the faith, if you truly believe that, we know that it's done. Like, this is not the America that I grew up in. America was more prideful and had more power, even back in the 80s and 90s. But now it's degeneracy at all-time level. Let's get another precept. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 5:1-8. Let's go over here. It's an Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon 5. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Who is this righteous man? The righteous men are the Israelites, who at that last second shall receive salvation. All the pain, all the heartache, all the captivity, all the being called a boy when you're 50 years old, all the, separating, we call it, slakia, welfare and taking the men out the home, all the baby mama drama, all the child support, all of the wickedness, all the twerking, all of that will be gone. All that being called African American, black, Negro, colored, all that will be gone when they see God's being risen up. Before the face of such has afflicted him and made no account of his labors, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Right? They're gonna see this magnificent, out of this world movie 4K video experience of people being beamed up. The world, there's gonna be a global, sight, scene, epic. And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. The strangeness, why? Because this isn't, like, what is this? How are these people being beamed up? Like, what's going on here? What is this supernatural event? So far beyond all that they looked for, and they, repenting and groaning for anguish of the spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, a proverb or a reproach. Yeah, they called you a spick. They called you a wetback. They called you the N-word. Disrespect you. They disrespect you while you at work. The cops crawling behind you, thinking that you're trying to get the quota. Thinking that they have qualified immunity, what they have in the justice system, that they can get that just because you're an individual of a darker skin tone. You're an Israelite. They do that because they know that they can get away with it, because they know that this is their kingdom. But when they realize, damn, like, these people, this was him whom we had sometimes in derision and in proverb and reproach. Verse 4, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We worried ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. As for the way of the Lord, we have not known it, right? As it tells you in, I think, Daniel 12:10. For many shall be purified, tried, and made white, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So it's not given to them to understand righteousness is truth. Only the children of Israel can understand righteousness and truth, because all the gods of the nation are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Psalm 36:5, 1 Chronicles 16:26. What hath pride profited us, or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us, right? Well, what is selling merchants, giving them to slave ships, calling their names, being sold in auctioning blocks as lots, making their boys harlots and their women, servants and handmaids, and, just so much, a buck breaking, a redlining, Tuskegee experiment, just so many things that happen to our people. And that's when they realize, like, damn, these are the people of the Lord this whole time. You even have Vladimir Putin releasing the images of the Lord and the angels in Russia, like months ago. I believe it was December or early this year, 2024. He did that. Social media. And he did that to stir up the tension between America, Israel, the state of Israel, and Russia. We basically have E versus E. E versus E versus E basically is what you have, which is going to stir up World War III. You know, like I said, we wrote Revelation 11 and was it 14? Two more woes has passed, therefore there'll come one more woe that cometh thereof. So like if I butchered it, but that's talking about World War III, which is being talked about a lot in the news now. You know, you got to stay in the spirit to understand that, understand prophecy. So we are in the last days. You know, just believe. You know, you got to believe that you're going to see chariots and apparitions and teeth of wild beasts and FEMA camps and martial law and we already had a example in 2019, 2020, COVID, when that shook the whole world. So what now then? This election is causing tension already. You know, I mean, it's always been Esau versus Jacob. You know, Jacob is not at war with anybody. Esau is at war with Jacob. Basically, that's what it is. Because we're worms, defenseless. So we have nothing except this truth, faith. That's all we have. The Lord will fight for us. You know, even in my intros, it's a NASA scientist explaining what he saw in Antarctica, the vision of a sight of seeing ships a mile long in length and tall African American men 6'4", 6'5" coming off that ship wearing superhero tight fitted clothing with weapons in their hands. That's military. That's our military. You know, it's chilling and it's unbelievable, but to the faithful, it's true. I hope you're edified. Till next time I say shalom.